When people look back on their lives, there's one relationship that nearly everyone agrees matters most. And yet, for some reason, it often ends up getting our leftovers, our scraps. Today, we're going to change that. If you have kids, by the time that they're grown and off doing their own thing, you'll have spent thousands upon thousands of hours together, talking, laughing, eating meals, stumbling through those early morning routines, and making memories that'll last a lifetime. And get this, studies show that kids who have consistently received focused, loving attention, they're just way more likely to grow into confident, resilient adults. They're more equipped to handle the challenges that life will throw at them decades later. Kids are a gift. They're a lot of work, yes, but let me tell you, they bring so much laughter, joy, and ridiculous moments that you'll retell for years. If you're a parent, you know what I mean. One silly phrase that they blurt out can just brighten your entire day. For me, having a kid rewired my brain. I still remember the moment my first son was born. That crazy mix of adrenaline and relief and gratitude and responsibility all at once. It fundamentally changed something in me. And it turns out there's science to this. Neuroscientists have shown that becoming a parent changes your neural circuitry. Your body releases hormones that literally change your brain, making you more empathetic, more sensitive, and more invested in another person's well-being. In other words, your heart expands. You start living for something beyond just yourself. And you need to start living for something beyond yourself because your kids are tiny humans who are always watching. They are relentlessly imitating everything you do. It's just how they learn. They're watching everything. How you speak to the mailman, how you speak to your significant other, how you handle stress, whether or not you can admit mistakes, how you celebrate victories. My first son, Ollie, is 3 years old right now, and he's just started explicitly saying, "I want to be just like you, Dad." He doesn't know it, but it's extremely humbling, and I reflect on it a lot. Every day I find myself asking, am I someone who's worthy of imitation? Like, if my sons grow up to be just like me, would I be proud of that? Am I the kind of man that I want my sons to be? And if not, what needs to change? I'm telling you, kids demand a lot from you. It's a high calling. But if you can rise to it, they give back way more than they ever took in ways that they don't even realize. Fully giving yourself to the process of raising kids to be high quality people, it requires you to become a high quality person in the process. And it may well end up being one of the most meaningful things you ever do. At the end of life, over and over again, people say the same thing. I wish I'd spent more time with my family. I wish I'd been there for the moments that really mattered. Nobody lies on their deathbed thinking, man, I wish I closed one more deal. I wish I racked up one more zero in my bank account. Family is what really matters in the end, and it's what's left when everything else fades. But how do we treat our family most of the time? I mean, reflect on your experience. We often act like it's a side quest, like something we fit in once the important stuff is done. We say we love our kids, but do we actually show up for them the way we show up for our boss or our clients or our Instagram followers? Ask yourself, when I'm home, am I actually home? Or is my face buried in my phone while my kids compete for my attention? I'm guilty of this. It's possible to be physically present, but completely absent. You know what I mean? Like we're there, but we're not really there. And kids, they can sense that. They know when you're checked out. Kids operate in the currency of attention. It's what speaks loudest to them. Pro tip, if you don't think you're good with kids, I'm telling you, just try this. Getting along with young kids is super easy. Just give them your undivided attention and fully enter into their world, and they will love you for it. So give it freely. When you're with them, be with them. Put your phone down. Ask them questions, listen to their stories, even if they're a bit long-winded and crazy. Show them that they matter more than some random internet rabbit hole that you're disappearing down. I get it, work is important, it is. That's why we have a financial sprint, F40. You want to provide, you want to create a secure home, but man, if you're neglecting what's happening under your own roof, if your work, or worse yet, your endless scrolling is stealing the time and energy that your family deserves, you're going to regret it later on. Because your kids won't remember how much money you made. They'll remember how much of you they got. And you're not gonna be perfect, no one is, so cut yourself some slack. But the idea is to treat your family relationships like the main event, not a warm-up act. If you do this, if you can show up wholeheartedly at home, If you become the kind of person that your kids can look up to and learn from, you're not just improving their lives, you're actually building a legacy. And that's worth way more than any promotion, any stock option, or any fancy gadget that you can buy. So your challenge today is simple. Next time you're with your family, whether it's playing a board game, eating dinner, or just chatting on the couch, be all there. Put away the distractions. Look them in the eye. Engage. Invest. Because these small moments, repeated day after day, are what form the memories. It's what shapes their character and ultimately creates a family bond that's priceless. And trust me, you will never regret giving your attention and love to the people who mean the most. So let's make sure that when we look back at the end of our lives, we don't just say we loved our family, we actually lived it out, minute by minute, hour by hour, day after day.